I am live. Hello. Hello, you bright, shining people. I'm just going to make sure that everything is working with the stream. Yeah, we appear to be doing our thing. Squid, you are so punctual. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're here. Like lightning fast. I did not realize squids could move that fast. Anyway. All right. Stream up. Hello. Hi. Um, I am not a grandpa, although I am firmly in middle age. What am I doing today? My plan for today is to rob banks and complain about living in Kentucky. That is my complaint, or that is my plan. That's what's on the itinerary because I've been charging up a political bitch fest for days now. Actually, for years, but I'm just gonna let the steam out a little bit. Oh, you were watching. Okay, what were you watching, Squid? Okay. All right, here we go. All right, here we are. For those of you who are new to this, hi, I'm Nick of the Shady Rogues. Most time I play City of Heroes. Um, I'm much funnier with my wife. We are planning on playing this evening around 8:30 Eastern time, um, which that ought to be fun. They're way more chaotic. Um, oh, the tower one. Oh, Jesus Christ. Uh, sorry, I'm playing the part of Jess right now while I'm trying to get my thoughts out in the video game as I'm failing with super speed. Um, anyway, I'm getting distracted by chat. So anyway, newcomers and so forth. Hi, I play video games. I am a dad. I am a husband. I am a amateur streamer. I have been given the gift of talking and talking and talking while playing a video game, and I'm trying to utilize it to pay off my student loans, which is the dream. It's the dream that everybody has, I think, on Twitch. So anyway, um, yeah, I'm gonna come over here to the slot machine because the slots love me, and I'm gonna talk to him, and then I'm gonna run mostly, I think, paper missions. If this person is gonna give me, actually, is he gonna give me a time limit? Because if he gives me a time limit, I am just not even gonna talk to him. You want to know about me? Oh, joy. Well, what you need to know about me is ice cream, yum yum, and cookies, nom nom. One of the things I like to do in this is talk to this person when I need to be talking to the slot machine. Actually, one of the things I like to do is discuss living in Kentucky because it's I find it to have I have a pain of living in Kentucky because I'm a very left leaning person politically. Is this going to be shit? All right, well, I guess I'm doing that. I guess I'm stealing this. Anyway, I'm a politically minded person, and I live in a very red state. And if you are not familiar with politics in in these here United States, Kentucky is what we call a red state. What that means is it is very conservative. It is being controlled by the grip of the Republican Party. They are very, very conservative. And as being someone who identifies as like, a social democrat, a socialist, even, it is painful because I'm this crazy kind of person that thinks that government should do things that makes meaningful material impacts in people's lives. Hey, as I jet over there, and I'm in the minority living here. Maybe not that, but as far as like, registered Democrats and so forth. So, what else? So, one of the things when I did this before, hello, hi, Thorister, am I saying your name right? I know you've been here before. I believe you told me a interesting tidbit from across the pond during World War II that I found very sad. And I missed. Also, I play a video game where I'm a little goblin assassin, and every single time I miss with my big assassinate, I go into a fucking rage. God. Okay, anyway. But like when I did this before, I didn't even want to like say that I lived in Kentucky. And I didn't want to bring up politics, but things have kind of changed in America, and it is harder and harder to not see politics everywhere. It is hard not to, in my opinion, like worry about politics when you have two daughters in a very red state, and you worry about bodily autonomy in a red state. I mean, yeah, that's fine. I mean, I honestly, talking to you, Squid, has encouraged me to live my true authentic self, because like when you start streaming, you don't really know what you're going to talk about. And I'm working on, I guess, finding my voice, like what I want to talk about and that kind of stuff. And also I need to have Streamlabs up in a better way so I can see chat better. Hold on. I am Grandpa. There we go. Chat is more visible now. Awesome. There we go. So I can get distracted by you, all you lovely people. There we go. That is better. Yes, I'm trying to maintain a level of energy, which is difficult, honestly. Anybody thinking about streaming, it is tiring. Anyway. I know that some people are like completely turned off by politics, and they don't want to think about it, and they want like a place to just hang out and chill. Like I totally get that. And I know that there are, certain places in the, like even the City of Heroes community, like where they're like, hey, please don't talk about politics. I respect that. I completely, I get that. If I was, a member of like a marginalized community, maybe I would, I just want to go have a safe space and just play video games and, just look at these two assholes doing their thing. Hey, I would, I get that. Haha. Also, quick shout out to, what was it, Ajax, who told me about the cooldown timers on the powers. I am getting used to it. I like it, and it is handy to have. I did not know about that as actually talking about an aspect of the game that I am currently playing. I'm glad. Yes, in two separate streams, he is saved my butt from whatever Sister Psyche, Mother Mayhem, City of Heroes, Dark Phoenix, and that was nice. So, all right, what else? Try to stay on topic. Something that I wanted to talk about last week, and I had planned to bitch about it when we were bitching about the GOP debate. I wanted to bitch about and complain about how there is a cache of chemical weapons stored in Kentucky, and they're still here. And I've talked about it on stream. I've talked about it on stream before, but I'll there is a Madison County, a place that I used to have dealings with because within that county there is a college, Eastern Kentucky University, and I actually went to college there. And there is a glowy. Are you chemical weapons? Yes, you are chemical weapons right here. But anyway, like there is a military army depot there, and they store chemical weapons. They have stored them there for, God, possibly as long as I have been alive. I am, a little bit of information. I'm 42. I'm not young. I'm not old, but I'm not young. It's middle-aged. So they have stored these chemical weapons there for decades and decades. And they actually used to send flyers to neighboring counties that were around Madison County that would say, know your zone. And they would have, are you my daddy? No. No. So they would send out flyers, and they would have like radio ads. I remember hearing them on the radio when I would drive to EKU, Eastern Kentucky University, going for college, both undergrad and graduate school. And where the fuck is the glowy? Ba-doom boom. But like, yeah, it would be like, know your zone. And it was a safety measure in case there was ever like a literal gas leak, a chemical gas leak, and it would leak out and I guess fucking kill everybody. So I don't know what you're supposed to do. Like, I know in a tornado you're supposed to go to a basement, but I don't know what you're supposed to do when a chemical lab leak nerve agent gets dispensed in a sizable city in the mediocre state of Kentucky. So and I actually got to thinking about the death gas, because Me and Jess watched Return of the Living Dead about a month ago, and a movie that I very much recommend. I am a horror buff, and I think that's one of my favorite movies. I think it's definitely one of my favorite movies to reference, because the send more paramedics, I will constantly say send more fill in the blank, as a reference to that movie. And watching that movie, a little bit of a spoiler, the movie takes place, or supposedly, I mean, it wasn't shot in Louisville, Kentucky, but at the end of the movie, you find out that it took place in Louisville, Kentucky. And spoiler, they kind of nuke Louisville. And that is actually something that fucked with me as a kid. I was like, man, they just nuked Louisville. I know that place. And so the movie got me thinking about the Army depot in Madison County, and I just kind of forgot about it. And last week, I was on my way to the dentist, and I was listening to NPR, and they were talking about the effort to destroy the chemical weapon, like missiles and engines, and they're still trying to dismantle them. And I thought it was all done. Like, I had no idea that it was still going on. And they are going to continue to dismantling these motherfuckers until 2027, 2028. And this is just fucking ridiculous. It's like, holy shit. And I both love and hate NPR, because I am to the left of NPR, and I think NPR is both way too boring intellectual and also oppressively middle of the road. And at one point in time, like, the reporter had to mention, well, when they're done with destroying these chemical weapons, it will take with it like 1,500 good paying jobs. And I'm thinking, yeah, that's, like 1,000 good paying jobs. But what about the, I don't know, 90,000 people that live in fucking Madison County that don't know what to do if climate change causes a fucking forest fire that burns down the chemical weapon depot? That's what I'm thinking about. I wish Return of the Living Dead was this scary. This is real life. Am I crazy? Complete strangers of the internet, leave a comment below as I take a drink. Oh my God. The giant spider, what are you doing? This, yes, the greatest government jobs program is the military. It's let's create jobs by making things that we should not have, and then pay people to unmake them, which is absolute fucking insanity. Giant spiders, I'm sorry, I'm not against robotic weapons. I'm against chemical weapons, because you all come with off switches. There we go. See, you can turn those off and then recycle them. God. Like, it's like, I'm sure that these things were made like during the Cold War. Damn it. I am invisible. I'm invisible, and I'm trying to talk to people on the internet. I'm trying. And like, also during the segment on NPR, they were talking to like the environmental person that, you know, got this done. I think it's the ambush, like, that sees through stealth. Like, just the fact that it is an ambush. Not that they're robots. The dungeon master has decreed that I am getting ambushed, and therefore they just know. Which is a problem I have with the video game. But anyway, on to a bigger problem. Mitch McConnell, who got brought up during the interview, and it was like, he's getting like positive press in this piece because, and I quote, in 1996 he had a come to Jesus moment about how we need to get rid of these chemical weapons, and it's only taken 25 years to get halfway done with disposing of them. Yay, bipartisanship. I guess I should be happy. At least he maybe we could have got it done, quicker if he doesn't, if he stopped blue screening during interviews. All right, beat freak leader. All right, excuse me, where is the freak? Not in America. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's almost 100 years ago. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, where is the freak leader? Are you up here? So I am not a fan of Mitch McConnell. And are you the freak leader? Yeah, you're the freak leader. Oh dear God. Oh, you. Okay. Electro, what is that other one supposed to be? Electro leads? Electro something? Electro lies, yes. Leet speak just breaks my brain. Yeah, it breaks my brain. I'm sorry. Are you going to get back up? You have to tell me if you're going to get back up. Okay, now I'm gonna pop you. I'm gonna take a drink. Yay, I won. Force feedback. Okay. Maybe I can use that for somebody. But like, the organizer, I think he was kind of going for, like, he said something like, we need to be respectful and nonpartisan, and that just makes my leftist brain go like, like it just burns me. Like, I'm pretty sure the asshole that is, again, trying to get rid of them now was the person who like signed to have them put there in the first place, or he's definitely part of the party that really pushed to have it there in the first place. That, and let's be honest, Joe Biden too. I'm just saying. I guess 90 minutes. I want to rob a real bank. Paper missions. I want to do a paper mission. Contact. I'm going to beat Arachnos. Circle of Thorns. Circle of Thorns hurt. Kidnap. We're definitely not kidnapping. Fuck that. All right, we'll do this. We'll fight. Totally not Cobra / Hydra. Okay. Where are we going? We're going over this way. Know your zone. God, something I just haven't thought about that in fucking years. And it got me thinking, the whole climate change thing. Hawaii caught on fire. California is constantly catching on fire. I got to worry about my buddy Rick out in California, and his whole family, just going up in smoke. And a few years back, there was a pretty bad, fire in Tennessee near where we used to go on vacation. And it's just is Kentucky just going to catch on fire? Am I going to be able to use super speed? No. The answer, use jetpack. Yeah, and everything is just getting fucking hotter. Yes, everything is getting fucking hotter. Florida, excuse me. Florida is just the water outside Florida is just boiling the United States map penis, and it's just so it's been hot here but not hot, and my daughter came home with a bottled water. Apparently they just handed out bottles of water before kids got on the buses because everybody was on. Oh, yeah, yes, yeah. Oh, wow. I guess they dodged a bullet if they had gone earlier. Yeah, and I keep hearing I keep seeing articles about people, or I guess the business owners and leaders of Maui are basically please come back. We promise we won't catch fire again. I guess they didn't dodge a bullet. I guess they dodged a wall of fire to be more accurate. Not to make a joke about it. I guess it's the way I deal with stress is to make jokes about the horrible stuff. So there's a non-zero chance that the woods of Kentucky catch on fire, and then oh wow. It hits the chemical weapons plant. Just all of this horrible stuff that could happen that are just going on in the background. And it's I wish Black Mirror was this scary. If it only could be this scary, real life, the scariest story. And it's another thing, I talk about this and I can imagine somebody just going man, why are you harshing my vibes? Or something like that. And I'm I'm trying to get some validation to know that I'm not insane. Yeah. And oh, okay. The Challenger thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just little things that go wrong that cause people's lives. And I think God, I miss the space program. Okay, all right. I have heard that oncology breeds a very black sense of humor. Yeah. Oh wow. And I mean, okay, so I'm a stay-at-home dad, and I'm just standing here while this guy shoots me in the face. But as I try to figure out what I'm going to say, I'm reasonably comfortable. Wife's got a good job. It allows me to do something like this, to scratch a social itch and also, you know, do a hustle. Shout out to my wife, awesome person. We are going to try to stream this evening at 8:30 Eastern. We are going to try to make Thursdays the day that we stream together. City of Heroes, because it's very nice that like it's important to schedule time for me and her to, you know, hang out. We get to share it. It's really fun. Sharing that, I guess, kind of the pressure of sharing that puts our best foot forward for each other, so we kind of get the benefit of being on, for lack of a better way of putting that, and we just have more fun. And I've really enjoyed that, and she has too. So what the fuck was I talking about? I have to cough. Hold on. Sorry, I just didn't want a full-throated like cough into my mic anyway. But like we were talking about, oh yes, the incoming disaster of climate catastrophe. But anyway, you know, doing doing this has you know, I'm relatively comfortable. That's what I was going for. I'm relatively comfortable. And as a, you know, straight, white, cis dude in Kentucky, it's like, I don't really fear for myself. I fear for like the rest of my family. Like, I know that I'm not going to have to fight all of you. Where's the shield guy? You're an engineer. I want to target the engineer. It's like, I do worry about my kids, and I don't know really what to like express to them. Like, I'm obviously, like, I'm not expressing anything to my 4-year-old. I'm like, it's hot outside. Yep. Stay hydrated or whatever. But I do try to explain some things to my oldest. Like, like the Republicans, well, they're all bad. And the Democrats, they're just mostly bad. Or too much money rots your brain. You know, stuff like that. And, you know, it's, or some people in the state don't like, well, I've explained, like, not all families look the same. Like, we have a very lovely gay couple, our favorite neighbors. They're very, very nice. They have a very large family of fostered and adopted children and so forth. Very, very lovely. And it's like, yeah, some people in our country and the world, they just flat out don't like them because of how they, because of how they live, and trying to just put that stuff in doses. So I'm trying to indoctrinate her into the woke mind virus to get the lingo proper. Because like they have to go through like school shooting training and that kind of stuff, and it's just the fucking madness of living in a red state that has higher levels of like gun violence and just everything. So anyway, wonderful. I need to talk to the slot machine again. Hi, slot machine. Can you make the pain go away? Why, yes, I can. In 90 minutes or less. Steal more stuff? Yes, please. Okay, here we go. Super speed. I love you, but you don't love me back. All right, I need to take medication. Oddly enough, for my blood pressure. Okay, we're going to go over here and we're going to jump. We're going to go jump. Oh, Goblin Dad finally gets good. There we go. So Mitch McConnell keeps blue screening, and she texted me. For those of you who don't know, Mitch McConnell is partially the reason why the planet is on fire. I'm sorry, people outside of the United States. I'm really sorry. So, but he's not the only one. There's like, I don't know, 98 other senators that are, not really doing anything either. So, but he's old as dirt, and he's been in office most of my life. He has been in office Jess's entire life. And a friend of mine once joked that the only way that he is leaving office is in a pine box. And that is not, and all right, Twitch, that is not a call to violence. I am just stating a fact that man is going to die in office. And apparently our news media is going to document it. And apparently we all get to watch and make me feel sorry for evil turtle grandpa dying in front of everybody. And Jess said, like, damn it, why are they making me feel sorry for Mitch McConnell? And I kind of feel for her in that. So, and I'm not trying to be ageist against him. I'm being he is no longer able to do the job. And also Dianne Feinstein out in California. One of these days, I really want to have a discussion about Rick, with Rick, because 50% of each of our states' senators are not fit for service. And I wanted to have like a discussion. Which is worse, Mitch McConnell or Dianne Feinstein? And at the time, like, Feinstein was just in mental decline, and it was before McConnell was like having blue screen episodes. So it's like, which is worse, to be like bad and say no to everything, or just not know where you're at? open hostility or what is it? Dispassionate incompetence, which is basically the Republicans and Democrats. Like, that's just how it's been my life. Oh, hi, big guy. I like your pants and your boots. Time to get a wah-wah. Get my wah-wah on. And for those of you who don't know, my Malphazad character, my Mitch the Lich is named for Mitch McConnell. And I joked to Jess that a cleric used to turn undead during the interview where he blue screened. And that's why they didn't have enough cleric levels to destroy his undead ass. It just kind of froze him in place to connect this to Dungeons and fucking Dragons. And yes, lurk away. Thank you. Okay, I need to steal 2 more bearer bonds and then defeat the sexy carnival mommy. I thought I heard something. Did I hear something? Okay, term limits. That's a good point. That is a very, very good point. I think that's part of it. I disagree with that though, because Bernie, Elizabeth Warren, the squad, all people that I like. And I think if you limited term limits, or if you limited someone's term, I think it basically then supercharges money as a way to just maintain the system. Instead of having the time to have like long-term like environmental activism support, and I think it went the wrong way, or like union support, and basically know, hey, I trust this politician and they have like a long record of doing something. I think that you lose the good ones. And yeah, you lose the specific bad ones, but they'll just get replaced by more bad ones. Or that's my thinking of like the math on that. But at the same time, like, I don't think it's the worst idea. Also, I do think it's a little, I think it is anti-democratic, in the sliding scale of like what is more or less democratic, because you really should let the people decide. And the people wanted FDR until he died, and he did some good stuff. So it's like, Your Honor, I say FDR, Bernard Sanders. Because Jess brings up term limits a lot. She does. And we've had that discussion before. Oh, we are saving people. Here we go. Man, I love your cute pants. Like, I don't know what it is, but your little pants with your diamonds and so forth, like they're just. I got two girls that would love pants like this. All right, hold on a second. I got to read this. Flow of money will eliminate seniority and get people out of the politics who get into it for the money. Yes, I agree with that. Yes, I'm pretty sure that Mitch McConnell is the richest man in the Senate. I think. I think. And like Nancy Pelosi in the House, 80-year-old. Yes, I agree. We money in politics bad, and very much finance. Citizens United bad. Complete agreement on that. Yes, is bad. Like, I mean, we barely enforce laws. I feel like the system is having just. I feel like the system has a gun to its head, and it's called Donald Trump, and it's like, can you please stop doing illegal shit in front of everybody? So we really don't want to enforce these laws because you're unfortunately part of the club, and we don't want to do this, but you're making us. I did everything right, and they still pressed charges. They still indicted me. God. Oh, so the bearer bondsmen, they're not glowing, or who? Where are the things? Are they going to wah wah, or are they not going to wah wah? I can't hear the wah wahs over the sound of my own voice. Also, I can only imagine as the elections go on, me and Jess are going to be talking politics more and more. So it's best to just label the Twitch channel, tag it with political discussion right now so people know what they're in for. Where? Here? No. Oh, that's the Yanni Tours room. Dr. Jan Etor. Scrubs reference. Oh, God. Where is this? I hear you. Little wah-wah. Wah wah. Here we go. You went back to okay. Oh, you need to rewatch Scrubs. That is something I have been wanting to do. Is go back and rewatch Scrubs. I have seen, having seen all of Scrubs, including like the very last season, which was basically like Scrubs Med School, which was terrible. The entire how is dual blades for AOD? It's like it's okay. Dual Dual Blades, I rank it high on fun. And hello, Jax. We were talking about how you saved me like twice in the last couple days. Thank you. I do recommend Scrubs. I also recommend Dual Blades for fun and Scrubs for fun. I recommend those things. Fun is important. And as an aside, I had somebody watching me play a thing, and they said something about how they don't get time to play video games as much, and lunch is important. Ice cream, yum yum. But they said they don't get to play video games as much, and it got me thinking about that. And I realized that saying, "Hey, take care of yourself," is almost something. It's almost like a chat bot response. I feel like it's something that people say to end conversations rather than elicit them. It's a stopper, not a starter, and it can just be really irritating. It's like it's way easier to say take care of yourself and see a doctor or a therapist or fill in the blank, and it's much harder to actually do that. I think acknowledging like, hey, it's really hard to find the time to play video games, in a capitalism. So I schedule me and Jess's video game time. I take the emotional labor of doing that. You have to schedule those date nights. Being married, that's hard, right? Yeah. Marriage is hard. Oh, I need to go over there. That's the place I need to go. Where? Shit. What's a culture? Okay, there's a culture on Twitch of chatters not talking about that stuff. Trauma dumping, it's called. Oh, okay. Yeah. Trauma dumping. Yeah. But like, I do understand, like, hey, you don't want to dump trauma and so forth. And, I get that. I think I have to filter what I say about stuff. I do try to like bring up stuff that I think is relevant, and that being said, I have to tantrum for a moment. My trauma is for all to see right now because my fucking assassinate didn't go off. Oh God. Anyway, like if you were a streamer, you wouldn't care. Talk about mountain. Okay, I agree, and that is yes, and that is partly what I am consciously trying to do. I want to normalize positive things and talking about difficult things that I think matter. Not just in a video game, but also, real life. So, because man, there is so much negative bullshit on Hold on a second. Okay, well, yeah. There can be a positive way to discuss what's going on, and then info dump. My entire family died. And also to be clear, my entire family did not die. I just want to be clear. I have to be careful what I say in a live microphone. But yeah, it's a dance, and I know that some people are down for it, and some people aren't. And I'm trying to be one of the good ones, and try to maybe like bringing up like, hey, the statement being married is tough. Being a dad is tough, but also I acknowledge that that's not gendered. It's only the good trauma, only the best trauma here at the Shady Rogues. We're not winning with this trauma. Oh God. Oh God, now these big juggernaut motherfuckers are going to throw rocks at me. But like, trying to tell a story from a, I don't know, a learning perspective. Maybe it's all the head trauma that I've endured right now by these carny juggernauts or whatever. It is I have to say that it is very difficult to keep a train of thought while streaming. And going back and listening to previous streams, there are times that, like, particularly when me and Jess are streaming, where I'll get distracted by something that happens and I'll just stop telling a story mid-sentence. Just like I switched off. All right, I'm going to I'll tell a nice positive story that I think that is helpful. And as a guy, as a human who has lived on this earth for 42 years, I think it is very important as a dude to have friends. And it is very difficult. I am sure that, I'm going to preach to the choir a little bit, that, you are all human, individuals, non-bots out there. Fuck. Yes, if I line it up, I can hit two like this to demonstrate. So I did hit two. But anyway, my positive story before I got distracted by my inadequacies as a goblin stalker type person. It's hard to keep friends, and it's hard to maintain long-term relationships. People move, people they get married, they get divorced, and it's difficult to maintain this. And I've made a conscious effort to try to. They vote for the wrong people. That is okay. All right. Yes. I have fallen out of friendship with a couple people, and I am trying to consciously reach out to them to try to to at least try to attempt it, and also trying to maintain friendship with people at a great distance. People who watch me know about my buddy Rick. He lives in California. That is 3 hours difference in time zone. He's a dad. He's a husband. It's difficult to find time to play a video game and so forth. But that being said, I've recently reached out to an old friend of mine that I had not talked to since the Obama administration, and we've kissed and made up, and we had a very lovely conversation this past week, and it was really good, and we had a heart to heart, and honestly, it was like the last time we spoke to each other was 8 days ago, not 8 fucking years. And so I would say, temper expectations, but try to reach out to people. Try. That being said, I also got another friend who's really into conspiracy theories, and I'm worried about him. And to piggyback on they vote for the wrong people. I think he's got a little bit of the right-wing YouTube pipeline brain rot, unfortunately, which, maybe in like 30 years, YouTube will, have to reach a settlement like big tobacco and big oil. Hopefully, I don't know. If society's still around. Mission, I did that. Contact. But also, I would say, do not be afraid to cut toxic people out of your life. I have also had to put boundaries up for people who it's like, okay, I think it's time for this relationship to end. And that's difficult. And your mileage may vary. And, depending on how old you are, where you live, how financially secure you are. I mean, these are all things you got to think about. Oh. Yeah, I mean, oh God. I made a mistake once of talking about abortion with my grandmother once, and it did not go well. That's that is a story for another day. Oh dear. There's just something we don't talk. There's just some things we don't talk about with Nanny. I came to the conclusion I think it's best that Nanny doesn't vote anymore. That is what I walked away from that conversation. Oh no. Yeah. I have some in-laws who, I know somebody in Jess's family who, no joke, did no, but no, it's just I don't know. I mean, I assume my grandmother had a functioning life before, I existed. And some things were kind of surprising. I did have a lovely conversation about my grandfather's vasectomy once with my grandmother, and I mean that legitimately. A little bit of too much information, but like like my grandfather, he had a very positive impact in my life, and I really hope that he would not have gotten snowed by a certain orange buffoon. I hope, but I don't know, because he did watch The Apprentice, and I think he thought it was funny. The whole, like, the pretend rich man fires people. Like, I think he just kind of thought it was funny. I don't know. I don't know if he would have got snowed, with various things. I never talked politics with him. I never did. I never got the chance. He has passed. He's been gone for like a while. Oh fuck, almost like 10 years. But like, yeah. No, but Nanny voted for him. Okay, all right. Yeah. My grandparents were actually high school sweethearts. And they were actually married. They were born on the same day. It was really weird, like sickeningly sweet, like saccharine shit. And also, like, me and Jess were high school sweethearts too. So we've been together for a long time. So I have to fight all of you people, all of you. All right, fascists, unite and get in a line. All right, I'm gonna swipe your guns, guns. Also, I'm gonna try to come over here and go AFK for a minute and get some more water, because I am out. I'll be right back. AFK. I have returned with water. Hydration, very important. Pro tip, Nick of the Shady Rogues. Water good. You need it. You're mostly made of it. Anyway, the last time I talked with my grandmother, you made it funny and then got an ad break. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, remember, do you routinely give money to Jeff Bezos through Amazon Prime? Be sure and link that Amazon subscription to your Twitch account, and then you don't have to deal with ads. I can do a capitalism, but I talked to my nanny, and the last time I talked to her about politics was right after January 6th, and I think she had some Trump voting remorse. I think that did it. Which made me happy. I'm glad that she didn't see the guy with the Confederate flag and go, give them hell, get them Yankees. I'm glad that wasn't the response I got. All right. Defeat all the council. All All fascisms must be punched. God. But dim asses. I will objectify all of you while I punch you and stab you. Oh, I got you. I'm doing a good video game. It's best not to ask. The don't ask, don't tell politics. I just picked one. Okay. Did I get everything over there? Okay. All right. We're going. Every time I see these maps, I think I'm in like the innards. Like I feel like I'm going through like the GI track or something. Hark, do I hear wah wah? What are you doing to this guy? Oh. All right. Is that what you look like? Okay, you are Lieutenant. All right, Lieutenant. I'm gonna charge up. Let's not miss. Come on, come on! Yay! Are you gonna make me get? Are you gonna make me walk you out? Don't make me walk. Lead roller to exit. Can you see me? With that, whatever you got on your eye, you better be able to see me. You better be able to tell me what I'm thinking, what I had for breakfast. No. Kids these days. Come on, come on. You're going to make me do it. You're going to make me do it. Okay. All right. Talk to the baby. Okay, flannel man. All right, here we go. We're going to go over there. Do I need to go around or do I go around this way? Map. I must consult the map. Here we go. You can do it. All right, what else? What else can I complain about? I mean, I got a list. All right. You look spiffy. You look good. We'll talk about what everybody's wearing in the game. There we go. All right. Now, goodbye. Go. What? Oh. All right. Yeah, no kidding. Do your crunches. Lift those weights. Okay. All right. Defeat all and escort. Did you all? Have I been here? Were you? No, I haven't. Yes, I have been here because I've already filled out the map. So did you all try to pursue me whilst I was escorting the buff grandpa? Perhaps. Does this fire hurt? I mean, most fires hurt, but I guess is that just a visual thing? I don't know. hear want-wants. Okay, we have some comical comic book style Rob Liefeld guns. We have Cable's cache of weapons right here. And you're over here hanging out, just staring off, just in your incredibly tight and shiny ass pants. What else can I complain about living in Kentucky? I need more. Send more complaints. Something that used to bug me. That would happen every single time. Like the first time I left the state was to go to a concert, and somebody like one of the people it was at a concert, and this girl was like, "Oh, you're from Kentucky? Say something." and I wasn't that mad about it because she was cute, and I did say something, and she was like disappointed because I sounded like a normal human in her mind. Yes, do you talk funny? And one of the guys that was with us, he had a much thicker, like noticeable accent, and I had him say, like, I can't remember, I had him say something to her or what, and she was, I guess, pleased with his level of, I don't know, freak soundingness. But it for a while, every time I left the state, somebody would comment on the accent. I was in a taxi in Austin, Texas, and like what did he say? He said, "You all eat roadkill in Kentucky, right?" And I was just like, motherfucker, somebody doesn't want a tip. I would have said that now. I did not say that at the time because he was getting me where I needed to go. I don't want to be shitty with people who are working for tips. I will say I did have a mullet at one time. I did have a mullet in elementary school. Since I guess this might be part of the trauma dumping portion of the stream. I did. And my mother wanted to have it permed. She wanted to perm my mullet. I don't know why. There was another boy I went to high school with, and he had a permanent mullet, and she just thought it looked so good on him, and that was weird. So I think I dropped the mullet like in middle school, but I know I had a mullet way too long. It's unfortunate. It's also unfortunate that mullets kind of came back for a while. I think they're gone now. I think they went back. Mom was the best wingman. Yeah. Honey, I'm trying to get you laid. I want to be a grandma earlier than society thinks best. All right, I'm hidden. I think everybody has like embarrassing hair, you know, stories. I think everybody goes through that. All right, you racist boombox. I'm gonna carve off some of you. But my favorite thing to complain about living in Kentucky, my favorite thing, Confederate flags. Oh God! Because I cannot go to the Chinese buffet. I can't go to it. I cannot go to the Chinese buffet without encountering a loser's flag. Yes, it is now that time of stream where Nick complains about the Southern swastika flag. Oh God! Oh God! As soon as I got out of my car, I saw a truck with a Confederate flag. What is it? License plate, like, and it was like 3 of them put together on a flag. There was like a variant of it. I can't remember if it was like a variant of it, or maybe it was like one of the I can't remember which of the like Southern state flags used. I know several. I guess several of them used to have them on there, but I cannot remember. But anyway, it was like 3 of them, and it had like a lot of white with it too. Like the actual like the battle flag was in the upper left corner, and then it was just like a plain white, something like that, with the tag like. What did it say? I'm going to look on my phone. I took a picture. And I was kind of afraid to take a picture because I was like, if ever I'm going to get shot by somebody in Kentucky, it's going to be this asshole. And yeah, a moment while I try to find this picture. What did it say? All right, all my kids, pictures of my kids sleeping. Where are you? Come on. There you are. Yep. Come on. Because I was like, I'm going to take a picture of this, and I'm going to text it to my wife. Yes, these colors don't run. And there was an awful lot of white in that one flag. And what did Jess say? The love of my life. And I sent her the picture. I said, zoom in. She says, think he gets the white flag irony. Immediately. That's how I know that she's the one. And I just replied with, I cannot go to the fucking buffet unless I encounter one of these. Oh, the fucking loser's flag. And let's just say, for the sake of argument, there's certain individuals that I've cut out of my life, family-wise, who just are on the other side of this debate, if you will. Oh, good. But not Nanny. No, Nanny is... She is not pro-Confederate treasonous people. She's one of the she's a good Kentuckian. She was pro-Union side in the war of Northern aggression. All right, contact. Ask about available missions. Oh, devour. Does it mean devouring Earth? No. They're going to get bees in my eyes like Nicolas Cage. All right, let's do it. Defeat all of them? That means all their like little fucking geode bastards and bees and shit. They're going to get bees all in my eyes. No, not the bees. Oh, God. If you have not seen the Wicker Man version with Nicolas Cage, Chef's Kiss. Mwah. My favorite. Is it my favorite Nicolas Cage movie? It might be. It's not a good movie. Is it entertaining? Fuck yeah. But also, if you want a real movie, you can also watch the original Wicker Man. That's good too. Not as funny though. Nowhere near as funny as the Nicolas Cage version. All right, here we go. We're gonna jump over there, and we're gonna fight the devouring earth, and we're gonna hate life. Oh, hi there. You do look cool though, you know, for a walking crystal person. You're gonna make me fight devouring earth in a cave. Okay, it's not one. All right, this is a better cave to fight them in. It's not one of the. We've got a wider tunnel. I'm okay with this. I take what I said back. All right, which of you is more irritating? Probably you. I can't remember. You spawn things, and then you become other things. Yes. Well, not you specifically, because I shattered you all over the floor. I assume these enemies still turn into like little rock monsters and geodlings and so forth. I assume. And do you do the bees? Do you do the bees that get in my eyes? I don't know. Excuse me, this rock is howling. When I got up this morning, I did not think that I was going to have a giant geode person. Oh, you're just not paying attention, you know, howling at me. There you go. I almost got both of you. You're like the little baby Yoda version of the monsters. All right. You look cool. Haven't encountered you in many, many years. All right, enough reminiscing. Let's beat your ass. Okay. All right. So I got a vote for Ahsoka. Okay. All right. I've been wanting to watch that. Jess, I think she said that she wanted to watch that, which I also want to watch a Star Wars, but I'm like so many Star Wars series behind. Like we did not watch the most recent Mandalorian. Okay. Reminds you of old Star Wars. Okay. Oh, hello, Cthulhu. Man, Grandpa, you keep getting lost apparently and picked up by baby Cthulhu. Okay. All right. So I need to take you out. You're the first to go. I really liked The Mandalorian. Jess did too. I think our oldest watched some of it. I think she might like Ahsoka. Are you gonna make me? Yep, you are gonna make me lead you out. You're gonna make me lead you out. There's too much shit to watch. There's an abundance of stuff to watch. An overabundance. Come on. Come on. Come on, ponytail. All right, lumbering monster person. Deflected. All right, you did. I never did start watching Secret Invasion. I'm so morbidly curious about Secret Invasion because I hear bad things and I don't know like any spoilers about it, but I know I can eventually I'm going to get hit with a spoiler. I know eventually. But maybe I should start that and just get it done, just to eat that cake and be done with it. Oh noes. We're going to do this. I've been watching a couple of like anthology series. One on Netflix. It's called I always say 2 second. 2 sentence horror. And it's an anthology series. Yes, I've definitely heard the lackluster on Secret Invasion. Yeah, maybe they should have just had like a just a one-shot movie like they did. What is it? Werewolf by Night. Werewolf by Night was very good. I very much enjoyed that. Send more of those. But 2 sentence horror, it starts with with a sentence, and then you watch it, and it's like 20-minute episodes, and then it kind of finishes, and it kind of tells, oh, this was what it was about, that kind of thing. But it's actually been pretty good. Like, it's kind of hit or miss. They're only like 20-minute episodes, and I don't remember anything from the first season, but like the second season, it's been way better, and most of the stories have centered like woke shit, like the first episode, and it was really good. It was called Manifest Destiny, and it was about like an indigenous cameraman person who was dating like this white lady podcaster about a town that reenacts their city's like racialized violence with a kind of like happy ending, like, and then they got married, and then the Indians went this way, and the white settlers went that way. Dur, dur, dur. And it was kind of like an interesting ghost story, and I thought it was cool how they centered, the Indians instead of the cowboys, kind of, and also kind of like a modern white Karen being obsessed with like crime podcasts, which I actually thought was pretty clever. I thought it was a really good episode, and I have not watched Parks and Rec. I have not watched that. It's on the list. Okay. Did Tina Fey, was Tina Fey connected to like Parks and Rec? Did she write that, or was that connected? I can't remember. I did watch 30 Rock. I thought that was really good. And I can't remember if she was affiliated with like Parks and Recreation, or if it was just because they were on the same channel on the TV or something. Maybe that's what I'm thinking about. I don't know. And then last night I started watching something called like Room 104, and it's like an anthology series that takes place in like a hotel room, and like the Duplass brothers like write it and like produce it. And I don't know if I like it yet. I watched the first couple episodes, and they're like relatively short, like 25-minute episodes. And I was like, I don't know about this. I'll give it a shot. I think me and Jess are going to part ways with HBO Max. Tina Fey didn't have anything to do with it. Okay, I do hear. Okay, I gotta shorten my my to watch list. We are going to. I will put that under recommendation though. But HBO Max, we're getting tired of having too many like streaming services that we pay for and then like end up not watching, and also we would like them to pay their workers. So it's like, what better time to not pay that Zaslav asshole over at Warner Brothers than during a writer and actor strike. Not that it's going to matter, with us, but still. So we're going to finish Harley Quinn, which is awesome. I really recommend Harley Quinn. Yeah, I mean, there's always the high C. The internet provides its content. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Nick of the Shady Rogues would never talk about such things. Would never do it. I love copyright laws. I love intellectual property laws, as I played this game in particular in the way that I am. Why are you all stealing jewels? Why are the rocks stealing other rocks? Oh, now I have to defeat you all. Is there like, oh, I guess you guys. Is this what I have to do? Do I have to do this? Yep, I had to be visible. All right, I got you. You are... I did it. All right, got to remember to put that back on. Okay. I exit. Ice cream, yum yum. Oh God, I have 75% of my house saying ice cream, yum yum. I guess myself included with that percentage. Oh, the kids love it. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, there's a TikToker, what the kids do. And she like makes her money doing like NPC kind of stuff, which is apparently that is a thing. She is yes, Jess refuses to participate in our traditions. Um, she does not abide. But but I have both of my kids periodically saying ice cream yum yum. So basically, like this person, her hustle on the TikToker. Um, like people like send in like I guess emojis or something like that, and then she'll kind of like narrate them, like ice cream yum yum, or she does like this kind of like popping like to like bubbles, which she's God bless her, everybody needs a hustle. So I've just it's just something I do now, like periodically, or cookies, nom nom, like that's what I'm doing now. Is this the place? This is the place. It just ups my cool dad stock. Unfortunately, it also raises my annoying husband stock. All right. Man, look at that crystal. It's big. All right. I got to rescue him again. Save High Roller from Circle. All right. Let's just kind of walk around a little bit. Oh no. They have tiki torches. That's not a good look in modern year. It's not a good idea to dress like that. And we'll do the tiki torches. Yes, I only have so much longer with my kids before they don't want to have anything to do with me when they turn become teenagers, and then move away. And yes, I have really enjoyed like playing video games as a family. Our youngest does want to join in, but we got to like get her grown a little bit. I can't remember when we started gaming with our oldest. Oh, you're all just going to throw stuff at me. Okay, I see. Yikes. No. Oh, no. Oh. I was just joking, fellas, about making the comparisons with you and the ghosts of the Confederacy. Oh, no. Please don't explode. Yeah. Which maybe that is like every time I fight the Circle of Thorns, like the debuff on the dark, man, that's rough. Maybe that's why my previous stalker was so good, because he was dark melee, dark armor, and that was a rough combo. Like very very good, a rough good for the user experience back in the day. How we doing? Oh, this place is big. All right, we're gonna have to get imaginative. We're gonna have to pay attention. We're actually gonna have to utilize our gamer brain. Oh, I'm in a Cthulhu. There we go. Thanks for procking when you did. Okay. I do like this place though. This was always one of my more favorite maps. And you're a demon. Oh, this is a bad fight. This is not good. We're not winning here, folks. They're in fact sending their best. They're not their best, but they're sending some annoying. All right. If you're all going to set me on fire. Can I click you from over here? Can I click you from here? You cannot see me. There's no way. All right, I got a clue. Wow, a respite. That is in fact what I needed. Oh, I've got too many of these. Delete that. Delete you. And all right, we're gonna play good. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get good, son. I can't pop you. You heal? Demons heal? Yeah, demons heal. They got the fire armor and they have that whatever. So if I pop you, or I could just kill you and then run around here and maybe I can placate. Yeah, what's what we're gonna do? We're gonna think this out. We're gonna game it out. We're gonna do the math. Yes, you've been weakened. Yes, you're getting your shit kicked in by Goblin Dad. Ooh, yeah. Strike a pose. Oh no. Is this where I die now? Is this where it ends? Slap fight. Yep, we're just going to trade whiffs. There we go. All right. That went much better than I thought it was going to. Yay! Stalkers are really fun in this game. They really are. The dancing and kind of moving out of crowds, that is something that I really enjoyed playing this game previously, and the whole placate thing and so forth, and being invisible. That is why I told the oldest kiddo, like, maybe don't play a mastermind first. Like, she made a mastermind on Jess's account, and then we were like, let's just let her play the game. So we put it on her laptop, and she made a stalker. She made a little goblin character to go along with mine, and she really enjoyed it. I think she's like level 3 or whatever, in which, it's difficult to play game and so forth, like when you're not used to this. And hopefully at some point in time we will actually get some gameplay together as family. Masterminds are hard. They really are, and it is always like, what the fuck am I doing every time I play Malphazad with Jess and stream it. It's just like sensory overload. All the boutons. I do really like this place. Like, I really love what what you've done with the place. It looks good, no joke. Are we gonna have to fight a portal? Damn it, we are gonna fight a portal. Do you see me? Fuck you! I don't remember that being the case. Now have I alerted the guards? Like, I've tried to get Jess to play a mastermind, but she is just like, no thank you. Because I think they're fun. Like, I do think pets are fun. It's difficult, but it's fun. All right, we're just gonna have to come in here and cut a portal up. What? Did I? Okay, I did get XP for that. Okay, you don't get XP for the stuff that comes out of it. Okay. I'm gonna level in a video game. Yeah, that's visually a little bit confusing right there. Are you gonna be hiding way over around here? All right. Well, I gotta kill you before we gotta pop you dead. Oh shit. Do the minions die? I can't remember. Or they linger. They persist. Nevertheless, they persisted. I'm gonna die in a video game. Alright, I would like to rest on your corpses. All right. Huh. Where, oh where? Where, oh where? Okay, so is this place done? What do my goblin eyes see? Is there... I remember being, that these maps had nooks and crannies. Yeah. And like portals you could go through to be spit out. Okay, where? Okay. There you are. I see you. I see you. I know. Yep. Look at the big dad the big brain on me. I can remember things. Yay. Okay, so you just need to... But will they spit out two at a time? What is this? I really have to stop myself from just defaulting to ice cream yum yum. Oh yeah. I will never do anything as cool as that. Finishing the portal off and then somehow yeah, I would run away too. I broke physics, motherfucker. And hitting both of those demons on both sides of the portal with my 1,000 cuts. Yes, 1,000 cuts. Oh God, here we go. Oh, enhancement converter found. Man, I'm getting shit I don't even know. Yeah, the cones. Yeah, I like being able to set up the moves. Like dual swords it's fun. Dual swords are fun. Would recommend in a video game. I guess I'd recommend them in real life too. Just don't use them. Just, have them up on the wall or something. Where? Yeah. See, I like this place. Yeah, there's a portal over there. Okay. Yeah, I like it. But it's confusing. Okay. Is there one in here? There is. We're going to go ahead and get you. Portal, smash, smash. Shred. Oh, God. I actually thought about, there was a time, I want to say, I saw, a number of the Ninja Turtles in a video game. I forget how they made the Ninja Turtles, but I was walking, this has been back when the legitimate form of the game existed. And it was I saw some, 4 Ninja Turtles walking around. I forget how they did their costume, though. I saw a couple of Space Marines before too. That was actually pretty easy. I can't remember if they were Space Marines or Fire Bats. I can't remember if it was actual Warhammer or knockoff StarCraft Warhammer. I can't remember. Where are we going? What are we doing? I think so he's not down here. He's probably going to say something. But I do want to level. That would be good. And I'm not going to level unless I stab people. See, that's the problem with... I feel like that's a metaphor for life, man. You got to take people down to get ahead in this system, man. I don't want to make fun of that sentiment because I actually pretty much agree with it. It actually, non-ironic sense. Oh yeah, it's wow. Is this just capitalism? I'm not taking XP. I'm taking money, dude. In a video game. All right, where am I going? I'm going over here. Ice cream, yum yum. DeSantis, hungry. Oh God. The greatest moment of my streaming ever, or at least a highlight, was talking to fuck is this right here, fuck me. Is whiffing. Yes. Jess is annoyed by Hungy. And yes, our oldest will say Hungy and Angy shit, and I've corrected her, but now I've just taken it on. But anyway, case in point of just forgetting where I was. But I think somebody said "hungy" with regards to DeSantis in chat, and just the the specialness of talking politics and making fun of the political monsters, and just that deep cut of like, I think it was going on Twitter or something. It's like or it might have been doctored or whatever. It was like DeSantis saying "hungy," that I'm pretty sure was fake. I think it was fake, but like somebody said that and was just like, "Oh, I'm home." God, fucking DeSantis. I guess he's donezo. Vivek's been getting a lot of play, and I'm pretty sure he'll get play for a little bit longer. That's not that. I don't attack this. I go through this. All right, let's see where we end up. Oh, God. Oh, I ended up on the other side of a wall. I went not very far. Not to say that going through a portal is not like cool. I mean, that's very cool, but I was expecting to go a little bit farther on the map. Oh God, I do. In relation to Vivek in the debate, like, I gotta say something about this, because this is just monstrous by even like GOP standards. Ann Coulter in like trying to stay fresh and monstrous with what the new GOP kids are doing. I heard she said something like in response to Vivek and Nikki Haley. Like, this is such a fucking deep cut. Like, I'm sorry, people. Like, in response to them fighting and getting in like an argument on the GOP debate, she said something in an article, and it's in like the punchline was like, "Let the Hindus fight," and it's like, that's like super fucking racist. And how are you not dead? But like, that's like holy shit. Like, Rush Limbaugh. Like, they're not sending their best. They're only sending, X and Y. Oh, there you are. And it's just like, holy shit. Like, it is just like, it is so fucking mask off. And it makes me compelled to say something into a microphone. Like I do not want to be neutral on this moving train. To quote my homeboy Howard Zinn, pour one out. A People's History of America. Good book. Where am I going? Oh God, we're gonna have to go through a portal. We are gonna go through a portal. We're going to go over here. Will you also go through portal, beard man? You do have a beard. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you got a beard. Thought I'd made up your beard in my head. Here we go. We are going to take him out. Yeah. For my next trick. I did it. We all made it, and we're not like a meld of like ponytail guy and goblin dad. Yeah, it's just there is no subtlety. There are no dog whistles. It's just racism, which it was before. No, I am not dying here. I'm not doing it. I'm not dying. You want to help there, Flannel? Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, Jesus, take the wheel, please, please. I am never fighting the Circle of Thorns again. Okay, here we go. Ugh. Oh. Can we do it in this epic fight? Like the GOP is just too fucking racist for a brown person to make it on the national stage. It's just like, I don't care like how, Caucasian like you look. Like, you're just gonna confuse GOP voters with wondering what are they, and they're just not gonna do it. They're not going to. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna make it out of there. And the long-term thinkers, the more establishment GOP, like I have to give like Mitch McConnell credit. Like his successor, what is his name? Daniel Cameron, who is the AG of Kentucky. He is running for governor versus Andy Beshear. That's my Andy Beshear impersonation, which sounds a lot like Kenneth from 30 Rock and what is his name? Lindsey Graham. It's just my, kind of effeminate Southerner voice. That just what I bring out. Andy Beshear, nice guy. He's just not, he's not my kind of Democrat, but, he's not a monster. But like at least, well, I'm pretty sure Mitch McConnell doesn't, think these thoughts now, but he wanted Daniel Cameron to be like his successor. I'd imagine like that's who he is, politically grooming to be his successor. And and that's how, and Tim Scott of South Carolina, I mean, he got appointed, and like Tim Scott would not have made it through a primary in South Carolina. I'm sorry, but now he's an established quantity and has the GOP backing. He can kind of make the GOP look less racist on a national stage because, hey, look, we even got a black guy running for president. He's saying monstrous things, and it's just a coincidence during the Republican debate. It was like, and Tim Scott, would you do welfare reform? And it's like, wow, Fox News, awesome. Like the first question you asked to the black dude, will you cut entitlements, quote unquote, for the black people? Oh God. Oh, ugh. Like you can't make this shit up. It's amazing. So yeah. The long story short, Nikki Haley, who I think her real name is like Nimrata, I think. Yeah, she has a Anglicized, name she goes by. Kind of like, Barack Obama going by Barry at one point. I don't blame them. This country is racist as fuck. All right, I'm done. I'm done with this slot machine. The slots don't love me. I needed a level. So you're done. You're donezo. So I came all the way over here for nothing, and I need to turn that on. Oh no, did I have that off? Was that part of the reasons why I was sucking? I didn't have my protection on. Okay, all right. I wasn't entirely sure, but I think her first name is something like Nimrata or something like that. I think. I don't know if that's like the feminine version of Nimrod. Like I don't know. Like maybe something? I don't know. This is not a news show. Just commentary show. Somebody who is this? Who is asking? Is a viewer asking me to team with them? I will join a team. Hi. Are you a Majority Report viewer there, Squid? I try to name drop them a little bit just to, put my own tentacles into your all's minds. Okay, I recommend the stream. All right. Sorry, hit wrong button. Bye. Have fun. Oh, damage report? Okay. All right. I like the damage report. I really like John Adarolo. I used to like the Young Turks, but I have outgrown the Young Turks, particularly due to I am to the left of the Young Turks. And there's been some recent drama with Jink and Anna where I've parted ways with them. But not just that. Not just the birthing person drama. God damn, I can't believe I'm talking about this. But anyway, I really like the Majority Report. I really like them. And the people that Anna Kasparian was beefing with. Leftist mafia. Oh, God. God, if this somehow makes it to the to the leftist mafia, hi, big fan. Oh God! All right, I'm gonna level. Where the fuck am I? God, abandon. Where is the person? You're over here. Okay, there we go. Okay, not a big fan of Jink and the network anymore. Okay, yeah. TYT is in a shift right now, and they don't like how they're being called out for it. And my radar went, like originally, my radar went Bauga when they had problems with unionizing, at TYT, and Jink had some pretty, like, to use the technical term, shit lib, you know, this is a mom and pop store. We don't need to unionize here. And I didn't like that. And that was kind of like, Also, I think, what else? He had some bad takes on COVID. With, like, I bristle at the, it's just the flu. There's a vaccine now. And I didn't like that. And that was something that bugged me because we don't know. I'm sorry. And your wife might be a doctor, but you ain't. So also Jink has a problem with homelessness. He is very nimby. All right. To talk about the game, the game here, focused senses. So this is a toggle. You become more evasive against range attacks. This is what I need because I'm getting shot the fuck up. Yes, yes, game speaking. All right. Increases your defense versus ranged attacks. Also allows you to perceive stealthy foes, so no one's going to sneak up on me. Okay, so this is the thing that I need in my life. Finished. Away I go. Is this... So it's a toggle. This is not a toggle. Also, yes. But I need them to send more XPs. I have to go get them. Okay, so this is going to go over here, and this is a toggle. Less so if I'm soloing. Okay. All right. There we go. All right. Maybe I should move you over just a little bit. Okay. I got to get my boutons set up. All right. We're gonna recycle all this stuff. Man, where did I get this? That's have I just had that in my inventory forever? Manage me? Oh God, I'm about to change lanes. Oh God. At least it's not the skill points in DDO. Oh God. Okay, for those of you who don't know, like originally the Shady Rogues came about on YouTube, and it was me, Jess, Rick, and a buddy of mine, Brent, and we played Dungeons and Dragons online. And I did like edited content on YouTube, which is still really funny. I think they're funny. But if you don't do YouTube, hey, fine, whatever. And I guess it was Sunday. Me and Rick played DDO for the first time in 8 years, and it was madness. It was absolute fucking madness. It took me an hour and a half to get my the skill point equivalents on my wizard, my Malphazad. Malphazad is like a wizard go-to name for me, and I actually based my mastermind Malphazad on my DDO Malphazad. And it took me an hour and a half. I'm not joking. And it was just me jibber jabbering with Rick, trying to figure out what I needed to do. We should have not done. In other words, we should not have done this. We should have started over. Yeah, like I have so many characters on um, DDO. So I have 11 characters. And it's going to take me a fucking year to get all their skills like square. It is. And at the end, I was talking um, when I was talking to him about like this isn't as magical as the first time that I played City of Heroes in so long. And yeah, I am seeing the debuff resistance is very important in yeah, I am seeing that. Um Having fought the Circle of Thorns this past time. And but yeah, like the City of Heroes thing, like that was magic. Coming back to that. And there are still times that me and Jess are like, holy shit, we're playing City Heroes. This game fucking died. But no, it didn't. And it's awesome. And like that when I made this character live on stream, like I was so happy and emotional and all that kind of stuff. And fucking Power Lad stream sniping me and, you know, basically giving me in-game currency and a hug right off the boat. Like that was fucking awesome. And yes, yes, high five, Ajax. Uh, but DDO, like it was fun. We had a good time, but it's like it took me longer. Like I did more fiddling with my character and trying to figure out like what the hell I was doing than actually playing the game. And we just farted around for like an hour. And it's like, man, we should have just rolled new characters. And we probably should have. But like, you know, DDO being based after Dungeons and Dragons, it is way, way more of like a time sink and like it's not like in this game where it's like, yeah, you can just sidekick. Like everybody's the level of the mission. And it is way more complicated. Way more. So I would like to play some more of it, but I don't know how long it's gonna. I don't know. It was not as magic. City of Heroes more magical than DDO for a game that specifically has all that magic, and not even like to say like getting my inventory in the game square. You know, damn. Because you have to have like, oh god, like to cast spells, you have to have like spell components that take up space in your like backpacks and so forth. Oh, like oh noes. And honestly, I feel like if I was designing that game, I would just be like, you know, we're not dealing with that. Like, we're just not doing that. But, you know, hey, I didn't make the game. I have some very fond memories of DDO. And they're on YouTube. They're on YouTube. Just check out the Shady Rogues at YouTube and you can watch them. But also, like, we didn't stream that game. We would record like on Thursdays, and then I would edit it like a fucking nerd. Because I'm, you know, I'm not gonna say I'm not. But like, why do I have all of these awakens? I will combine you for a respite. And I think I need to get lunch. So I want to thank everybody everybody. Oh, and one other thing before anybody leaves, me and Jess, my wife, we're going to play more City of Heroes tonight at hopefully 8:30 ish, and we're going to try to make that a weekly thing. We're going to try to make Thursdays a thing that we play City of Heroes. And so if anybody, wants, sorry, I realize, I realize that some of you are in different places and are not in the Eastern time zone of the United States. But if you are not able to be there live, you can always watch the VOD. That is, that makes me happy when you all watch the VODs. It gives validation for, my life choices. I do thank that. I thank you for that. And if you miss a VOD, eventually I will put them on YouTube. So, you can see, and I'm basically just posting the streams, on YouTube because editing is for nerds. If this becomes a thing, maybe I'll get an editor if this becomes like a proper thing. But if it doesn't, that's fine. I'm having a great time. This has actually been, doing this has been very therapeutic for me. So I feel like I'm finding my way on this. But that is enough rambling. So tonight at 8-ish, 8:30-ish, because we got a school thing, and then we got to eat, and then we got to get the kiddos settled, and then we'll get back on here. And we'll have Eventhorn and Malphazad adventures, and I have a blast hanging out with my wife and my best friend, and we try to share that insanity with you fine people. So I think that's it. Yes. So yes, 7 Central, 6 Mountain, 5-ish Pacific, if you're on the other side of the continental U.S. And I don't know about you other people in the other parts of the world. I guess I'm sorry. I guess you all have to just make do with your, socialized medicine. I'm sorry. We live in the past here in Kentucky. All right. Thank you all. I am going to get off here. Oh, is anybody else streaming? Is anybody else streaming City of Heroes? I want to give back to the community that spawned this madness, because I've yet to raid anybody, and I want to see. There is this person, my Rathy. Okay, I'll raid them. So how do I do this? How do I raid? I've never watched them before. I need to figure out how to raid. So I don't want to, and yeah, I won't raid. Raid canceled. We're canceling the raid. But I don't know. Go check them out if you want to. I don't know. See if they're any better. Let me know if they're doing this better than me. All right. Thank you all. I'm gonna shut up now. Thank you. It has been fun. Bye.